Hi guys, and welcome back. Today I'm back to film and plan my week of August, the third week of August, and I am planning from August 23rd to the 29th, and I do have my beautiful Hello Kitty notebook. It's so nice and soft, and I have my questions here just in case I forget, because if you guys are back here, I am so happy to be sharing with you guys that this plan with me is a collaboration with Gabriela from Gabriela Plans It. I have linked her channel down below. Definitely go check out her video. I am so glad to be collabing with her. Leave us a comment. Subscribe if you enjoy the video. I really do focus on budgeting, but the way that I plan on a budget friendly sort of way, because I try to use what I already have in my stash of stuff, so I don't have to be purchasing a lot of things. So that's what I try to do. I do have a 7-year-old son, which I homeschool. So let's get started with Monday. So for Monday, I have already all my stickers here, and I do plan with quite a lot of stickers, so bear with me. I love it when it's cute, full of stickers. It just makes me so happy. So let me get started with putting my date covers on. And I'm gonna do my first question. So my first question is, why do you homeschool? So in my case, the reason why I homeschool is because I really felt led by God that I should homeschool. And I felt it in my heart. So, and then the other part of that is kind of because to instill a love of God and learning for my son. Because I'm not sure if you guys know, but when you homeschool, you have a lot of flexibility with what you teach your kids, at what age you teach them, and all of that stuff. So, and they grow up so fast. Time goes by so fast. You only have so much time with them. And if they're in school, I mean, they're in school for such a long period of time that I really wanted to get to spend that quality time with him now that he is young, as well as spend time together as a family. And then my second question is, how does it work? So I am very lucky to live in a state that doesn't have a lot of requirements for me to be a homeschool mom. So pretty much what I have to do is file an affidavit with the state, letting them know that I am becoming a private school. They call it private school, but it's not really a school because it's just my kid. That I am becoming a private school where I am providing everything for my son, all the resources, so I don't get anything from the state or anything like that, because I am a private entity for that purpose. So I filed that affidavit with the state, and pretty much that is it. I do not need to keep records in my state. I don't need to test my kid in my state. So it's pretty easy. And I was surprised to find that out, like really surprised. But I was like, okay, making my life easier. So that was so cool. So now that I have my date covers on, and you guys can see I already put the numbers on just to, speed it up a little bit faster. So that by the time you see this video, it's gonna be Tuesday, but I'm thinking I'm gonna plan Monday just so I can talk through it and then fast forward the rest. So my third question is, what curriculum do you use? So myself, I have used a couple of curriculums, but now at the moment I am using the Good and the Beautiful. And I love the Good and the Beautiful because it makes it so easy to teach. It's just like open and go. I love it. My kid loves it. It's so colorful, and it's just really, really, really easy for me to teach him and for him to learn. So then I also have used Master Books. Master Books is also like open and go curriculum, but I felt that it was a little too easy for him. Like he was like going so fast beyond what he was learning. So I felt that he needed a little bit more challenge. So that's why I decided to change it to the Good and the Beautiful. So my next question is, how long does it take? So how long does it take to homeschool, like in the day, let's say, right? So for us, since I only have one kid, it only really takes us 3 hours, max 4. But really, it is 3 hours, the way we break it down. So I try to focus on math, language arts, science, and history. And obviously on the days that we don't homeschool, we do focus on like arts and crafts, sports, everything else that is good for them to be learning. But pretty much 3 to 4 hours, the max time that we have spend literally like sitting down doing our work. And obviously I give him a break, and it's just like a 10-15 minute break for like a quick snack for him. So that's gonna be for that. And I probably should have chosen a longer sticker for that, but that's fine. So my 5th question, how do you know your kid is learning? And you might think that's a very important and good question, but it really is a simple question, because it's just like, how do you know your kid is learning how to walk? You see your kid walking, right? Pretty much. I mean, I don't want to make it like seem that it's like, oh, that's it. But yeah, really, you see that your kid is really like growing in the development that he's having, because once your kid starts to read and do his math and all of that, you're gonna see it, and you're gonna see that they are learning and they are growing, and they are like sponges. They absorb everything. So you're gonna see in the work that they do that they are learning. And I'm sorry I can't talk and write. So that is that question. And then I decided that I was gonna do these cute boxes that I got from, I think it was the Happy Planner, just to mark the school time. I'll do this one. So homeschooling usually takes us about, like I mentioned, 2 to 3 hours. So I always block off from 9 to 12. And you guys know at 1 is when we have lunch. Let me use this one for lunch over here. So my next question is, how long have you been homeschooling? So I have been homeschooling officially since my kid was in TK. That's what they call it here. So it's before pre-K. So can you imagine, there's pre-K, TK, and then K. So I've been homeschooling ever since he was in pre-K, but it was not official. Like, I was not certifying myself with the state or anything like that. I was just teaching him the basics on my own. And then when he went into TK, I officially did my affidavit with the state. And so then that makes it about 4 years maybe that I've been homeschooling. My kid is about to turn 8. So that's pretty much how long I've been doing it. And then after lunch, you guys know I have to take my break. That's when I get my relax time, and it's always usually from, let me put it here, 2 to 3 or 4. It depends how much I have to get done that day and how much I need to do. Okay, so I'm gonna put this cute. Is it too big? It should be fine. I like it like that, layered. So, like that. Then let's see. Okay, so my 7th question is, how do you get housework done? So let me tell you, this that I'm doing right here is my number one priority. Planning. If I did not plan, like, I don't know when I would get things done, because then I would forget, oh, I forgot that I needed to clean the fridge, or I forgot that I needed to vacuum, or I forgot that I needed to water the plants. Because trust me, when you have a lot of things to do, even though I'm at home, like, I have tons and tons of things that I need to get done in the day, that sometimes I feel like my day is not long enough. Literally not long enough, because it's just, I have to do so much. So really scheduling, planning, making lists, keeping everything written down. My husband's like, why do you need so many planners? Why do you need so many pads? And I'm like, to keep this household running, because it is pretty much like you have to have consistency. Like the way I block this off, there's never ever am I gonna be doing 2 things at once. When I'm homeschooling, I like to focus on homeschooling. I don't use my phone. I'm not receiving any phone calls. I'm not emailing. I'm not doing anything. I'm focusing on homeschooling, because your kid will know that you're not focusing, so they get distracted and then they do not focus. So scheduling, blocking out portions of time when things need to get done is pretty much how I keep everything running. And obviously, taking a break when you don't feel well, because there's sometimes when you get sick or you just don't feel good, so you're gonna take a break. Pretty much that's how we do it. And even with homeschooling, there's times I try to block in quarters my whole year, where after maybe 9 weeks we take a break, and it works out perfectly, because we do break for a week for his birthday, and then a week for my birthday, and my birthday's in March, his birthday is October. So after the first quarter, we break for his birthday, and then we that 1 week break really helps us. And then we go back to like 9 weeks again, and we're off on March for a whole week for myself, because I don't like to take off Martin Luther King Day, Labor Day. I don't like to take days off like that, because I feel that my kid loses his flow. And when your kid loses their flow, it's just chaos, because they're like, well, last Wednesday we didn't have class, or on Monday we didn't do this. So pretty much consistency and flow is key. Let me put in right here when I put him to bed. And look at this cute little cat just laying on its belly, because that's what my cats do. And so my 8th question, what's your favorite subject to teach? My favorite subject to teach is science, because my kid is very hands-on. He is a visual learner as well, but he is definitely more hands-on, and he loves to do science projects and all sorts of cool stuff. And I just love to see how when we do an activity, he's just so excited and more into the lesson and how he is gonna learn. So that is definitely my favorite subject, and I believe it's his favorite subject as well, because whenever we don't have science, because we do alternate days, we do 2 days for history and 2 days for science, and then on Fridays we do writing. He just loves science. So my next question is, what is the best homeschool advice you have received? And trust me, when I was starting off with homeschooling, I had doubts, I had worries, and it is new territory pretty much. I didn't know what I needed to do, and it was like a process, learning as I went. So the best advice I received is enjoy your time with your kid and don't compare his level of learning to anybody else. Because if you think about it, we all learn at different paces. And just because my kid, let's say, was 6 and he didn't know how to read at that age, oh my gosh, I would be so stressed. Oh, because, he should be here, but he's here. So that was the best advice I received. Then my last question is, how long do you see yourself homeschooling? And Lord willing, I want to homeschool him all the way through high school. I really do feel that it is something in my heart that is a passion and I love. And it is just amazing when you have that time. And I mean, when you have that ability to do it, and I know that not everybody can do it, and not everybody has the capacity or maybe the finances to do it. So really, I am blessed and I'm thankful to God, because I know that he has made me capable of doing everything that I do. So it is a passion for me. So Lord willing, all the way through high school. Definitely as the years progress, everything obviously changes, where we would introduce computers, online things when there's a subject that I really can't teach him. So there's very many different avenues that you can take when you homeschool, and I say I take it one day at a time. And if we did one thing today, tomorrow it can be different, but definitely that is how we do it. I really want to thank Gabriela from Gabriela Plans It for collabing with me. It has really been wonderful to get to know her and her family and to see how similar we are. I think if we didn't live so far away, we would be such good friends, and we probably visit with each other. And it's just really nice to have met her, and I am so glad to be doing this. And I am now going to fast forward this because I think this video is already like at 15 minutes, so I hope you guys enjoy.